and welcome to Lil's Vintage World. So this video is a book review of Anne Boleyn, Adultery, Heresy, Desire by Amy Licence. So this book is a full-length biography of Anne's life, starting with the origins of the Boleyn family, to Anne's time away in Europe, her coming home, her relationship with Henry, her marriage to Henry, her giving birth to Elizabeth, and of course her downfall as well. So Amy Licence previously done several non-fiction works, one of which was on Henry VIII's first wife, Catherine of Aragon, and when I read that I adored it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was one of my favourite books of 2017, and I was really hoping that Amy was going to do a new one on Anne Boleyn and just continuing the wise, and she did. Very happy, and I adored it. I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars as I did the Catherine of Aragon one. I think it is just as good, if not better. I adored it. You can tell that Amy really loves Anne and she admires her and really wants to get out her story and get the truth out there about Anne Boleyn. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the book. There are so many bits in which I could pick to read, but I thought I'd just try and show off Amy's writing style. I think what Amy does really well is all the nitty-gritty little bits that doesn't necessarily make that much difference, but actually it's really important to set the scene. Amy puts in, she manages to slot it in, and I love that. And this is a quote in which I thought just really shows that off. On the 26th of August 1533, Anne heard mass and made her formal retreat into her sweet rooms at Greenwich. The huge bed must have dominated her chamber, which was hung with tapestries depicting the life of St. Ursula and decorated with gold and silver plate brought up from the treasury. Between 3 and 4 o'clock on the afternoon of Thursday, 7th of September, she was delivered of a healthy child. Contrary to all the predictions, it was a girl. The arrival of a daughter was a setback for Anne, but she hoped it would be a temporary one. At least she had survived the process and had proven to Henry that she was capable of bearing a healthy heir. Still, the mood of disappointment lingered at court. The celebrated jousts were cancelled and the paperwork announcing the birth was altered from prince to princess. Chapuis reported that the baby had arrived to the great regret of both him and the lady, for which there is no evidence, but he was correct, that it was also to the great reproach of the physicians, astrologers, sorcerers and sorceresses who affirmed that it would be a male child. That is kind of the whole feeling of the book. It feels so detailed, and for me it creates such a vivid picture of Anne in my mind. And you know, I always think that I know Anne, but when you read biographies of her, you kind of read different sorts of Anne, don't you? And I feel like I have a real true picture of Anne in my mind when I read this book. There are so many things that I love about this book, and I could just completely waffle on, but I won't. I'll just say I adored it. I love the use of primary source detail which is put throughout. I love the fact that she's often referred to other historians as well. I think it's great. Amy is just very much laying the evidence out there on a table and saying, actually, other historians think this, but I think this. I think it's fantastic. I just want to leave this review by saying that I adored it. I think it is a very realistic book on Anne Boleyn. There are so many books out there. This one is one that is very detailed, and Amy has gone through the happy times, the sad times, but it's been really realistic about Anne and her life. The amazing achievements that she created, but also the real sad and terrible times that she faced too. There are not many books out there as big or as detailed like this about Anne, and if you want to get your hands on one, it'll be linked in the description bar below. So that's it for this video. Are you now going to get your hands on this book? Have you already read it? If so, do you love it? Thank you to Anne Boleyn for sending me a copy. That's it for the video, and I shall see you soon for the next one. Bye for now.